What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Mission Mike, the worst missionary and Christian of all time in the history of the galaxy. And today I got a special one for you guys. We are going to be talking about the original marriage covenant, whether it's still here, whether it's been replaced, has it been hijacked, etc. And y'all, I got this really great question. And Franco Chess, if you do watch this is 100% dedicated to you, man. Like, I thought your question was brilliant. I think a lot of guys and girls are asking themselves these questions. They're afraid of this stuff. It's a very, very real thing right now. And so I want to make this for you, man, and address this and give just some light and some answers on it, okay? And then I figure if anyone else, a lot of y'all, if you're going through this, I know I did at one point, hopefully this will help. So here we go. Okay, I'm going to read this to you guys. It is, do you think that the original marriage covenant that God ordained is in place? Kind of a two-part question. Is in place. So once again, do you think that the original marriage covenant that God ordained is in place, or has it been taken over by an institution from the government in which the woman is incentivized to divorce the man and take him to the courts where they're bound to favor the woman? Dude, that is such a great question. And I think my answer, since it's a two-part question, I'll give you a two-part answer. Okay, don't worry, everyone. We're going to keep this under 10 minutes. So here we go. We're firing away. Okay, part one. Is it still in place? Yes. Yes, absolutely. And it always will be. Why? Y'all, marriage is a holy thing. It is a supernatural thing. It is not of this world. Marriage is actually a true miracle. Holy matrimony is the fusion. I'm talking, y'all, I'm not being metaphorical either. I'm dead serious. A supernatural, you witness a miracle. We just don't even know. We're so desensitized to it. But it is the fusion of a man and woman into one being. We're talking like one actual entity. You and your wife, or you and your husband, become one thing and you get combined. So marriage is from God. So government has its own version of it nowadays where they'll call it a union or a marriage, but that's not the real thing. That's not the same thing that God gave us, because real marriage has a blessing. It produces children. It produces a blessing from the Holy Spirit. And you know, whether man or woman, will become the strongest version of yourself that you ever possibly could. So it's here. It's always going to be here. God even said, let no man tear apart what he has joined together. God, no one's ever going to stop that. Now, your next part, has it been taken over by an institution from the government, basically where women are incentivized to leave men and be gold diggers and rob them, etc. Okay, yes and no. I fully agree with you. I think you're right. Yes, we're seeing that like crazy. The divorce rate's through the roof. You see a lot of rich, successful guys freaking get left by their wives, taken to the cleaners, robbed, etc. But, all right, man, I'm going to tell you right now, okay? This is going to be medicine. All right. And I had to hear this. And as soon as I heard it, it turned my life around. It's literally what led me to having an incredible marriage. And I'm passing this on to you now. So it's going to be medicine. It may taste bad coming down, but remember, medicine helps us, right? Dude, I think where some of that question may come from, you know, or at least this was me, if you can relate to this, I think it comes from a place of like insecurity, fear, and just low self-esteem. I think what's happening is deep down, you want the marriage of your dreams, but it feels like the odds are against you. It feels like that's practically impossible. It feels like there's no good catches nowadays. It feels like all women are scumbags. Ladies, I'm sure many of you feel the same way, that every guy out there is just a total douchebag, you know? So, and we start wanting to surround ourselves with people telling us like, you can't win, or it's too hard, or you start hearing all the noise and the fear and convincing yourself that you can't have this incredible marriage. And you almost want that. You want to hear it. Even though you don't realize it, you want to hear it to get you off the hook from trying, because we're so afraid of failing. You're afraid that you're going to fail. You're afraid you're going to get divorced. You're afraid it's all going to go wrong, etc. So, bro, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to hear. You can win. You can get the marriage of your dreams. And ladies, if any of y'all are watching this, you can have the marriage of your dreams. I don't care what that looks like. And I don't want you to hold back. Dude, I'm going to be vulgar. Y'all, I'm going to be vulgar, okay? I'm telling you guys, okay? You can go listen to this crap from rap, from everything, but why not hear it from a married Christian, okay? If you're going to hear it from anyone, if you're going to hear something disgusting or vulgar or whatever, might as well hear it from a married Christian who can like give you some real encouragement and hope and practical experience. Dude, whatever you want, okay? Picture the most smoking hot woman ever. You know, a lot of guys out there struggle with masturbation. A lot of girls nowadays are struggling with that. And what they try to convince themselves is to not, oh, I'm bad. I shouldn't be wanting this. When in reality, why don't you just go marry it instead? Instead of masturbating to a certain thing, why don't you go marry it? I'm being real. You want to know how to freaking beat this stuff? I'm telling you right now. Picture the guy or the girl. Ladies, you want a guy who's freaking shredded or has biceps so big he can't even fit into shirts? You know what I'm saying? Laughs and cries when you watch romantic comedies. I mean, that ain't me, but like, I mean, there's guys out there like that. You one who cooks great, you know, loves you, will support you, hold you. Guys, you want a girl who freaking will cook dinner for you freaking while wearing lingerie, but at the same time, Bible study with you the same morning. Ladies, you want the same thing? You want some freaking hunk, okay? Who loves God more than any person you've ever met in your life? Y'all, you can have it all. Bro, you need to go get it. So if you're going to listen to anyone or anything out there, surround yourself with resources that are going to support you succeeding. God told you to go out there and to marry, and he told you to succeed at it. Marry well. People who are afraid of divorce, don't be thinking that way. You know what I'm saying? Women are like dogs. Not in an ugly way, but like they smell fear on you. They smell when a guy is like afraid. And if you start getting afraid, some guys start getting afraid. They're afraid that their woman's going to leave, so they self-sabotage, and then they start to leave first, or they cheat, or they whatever, or they take their situation for granted. Bro, the only thing you need to be afraid of whatsoever are your own future failures. That is the only thing you need to be worried about. I repeat, the only thing you need to be worried about are your own future failures. Same goes to you, lady. People who get divorced failed somewhere, and they want to blame the other person or society or the world or that they picked wrong, when in reality, they just failed along the way. They weren't the believer they needed to be. They didn't rise to the occasion. And so what you can start doing is you can prevent all of this now by training yourself to be a better man. It's almost like every time you read one chapter of scripture, it's like your marriage powers grow. It's like you level up. And then you read another chapter and you level up. And then you level up and you level up. And so I'm just telling you, there are people out there who have been happily married their whole lives, haven't been through a divorce. They're succeeding. They have beautiful families. And that needs to be you too. But you got to work harder at it than anything you've ever worked at in your life. I'm going to tell you something. My wife, I mean, I'll try to, she's in some of the thumbnails, man. She's so hot. She's so amazing. She loves Jesus. She freaking takes care of me. She's a soldier. She's legendary. I am so blessed. Dude, she loved me when I was like doing van life, being like homeless, had no money. There are Christian babes out there, okay, who will love you for who you are spiritually, okay? So don't be afraid. Don't listen to people who failed. Don't let everyone who's failing and afraid of failing project all their fear on you. Dude, be strong, be courageous, go out there, win. And if you succeed and marry the woman of your dreams, you're going to lead others to faith through that. They're going to see your victory. They're going to ask you how you did it, and you will have a chance to glorify God. The marriage covenant is always, it's always going to be here. It's not going anywhere. The world's not going to replace it with anything. You might see a lot of failures around you, but that doesn't have to be you. So bro, be strong. Hey, and if anyone out there, whether you Franco Chess or anybody out there, at the time of making this video, go to mission.how if you need help. All right. There's a place where you can donate and support this, or I got a little special for you guys, at least at the time of making this. If anyone needs one-on-one help with this stuff, I'm talking professional discipleship or life coaching, mentoring, whatever you need, go there. You can schedule it. And the best part is you get to name your own price. It could be $1 for all I care. I really don't. What? Why? How am I this generous? Why would I do all this, y'all? Because I want y'all to succeed, and I do not want money to be a barrier. So I'm dead serious. If you're struggling with this, if you're feeling low, if you feel like you're the exception who cannot have the man or woman of your dreams, stop listening to that and go to mission.how and reach out. And we're going to talk this thing out. I can even see if I can't get my wife, and we'll do a call, a FaceTime. I don't care what it is, but look, if y'all succeed, God is glorified. Well, he's going to be glorified either way, but I still want you guys to succeed. So rooting for you. Love you guys. And I will talk to y'all soon.